Everyone, it's Ethan Ormis back again for another video today, and welcome back to the channel, guys. And what the fuck is happening? Optic Illey has been dropped off of the Optic Texas starting roster. He's now a free agent, I guess, which is insane. As Angus just decides to break through my door. Hey, buddy. Yeah, Dan Ghosty is now playing in the CDL as a starter for Optic Texas, which will be very, very interesting. I have no idea how this will affect this team and this roster, and some mixed feelings on the timeline I've seen for sure. So, yeah, obviously, he's a very great Challengers player. To be honest, I don't watch Challengers. I rarely ever do, and I had literally no idea who this guy was until about 3 hours ago when the news broke. So, yeah, obviously he's been one of the best players in Challengers this year, so that's very interesting. So we'll see how that goes for him. Optic fans, I think, will absolutely love this kid just because of this video. This video is hilarious.
No. You guys are going the fuck home. Bye.
Dude, he's so toxic. Oh, man. The last part's even funnier, to be honest. But, yeah, this is, yeah, Optic fans are going to love this kid until he's not on their team. But, yeah, so, of course, Nameless earlier mentioned, so Optic basically swapped Illey and Scump for Ghosty and Huke. I don't like the change at all. In my opinion, obviously Scump retired, but, like, if he wanted to keep playing, get Scump back in there. Fuck Illey, bro. I'm not a big Illey guy. I just don't think Illey is as good as people say he is. I just don't think he's ever really lived up to that. I've never really considered him to be a top 10, top 15 player in the league like some people do. I've really never considered that from him. So, yeah, that's my opinion, though. You know, I mean, I think Huke is better than Illey, and I think that's always been the case. But, yeah, with that being said, yeah, Dan Ghosty, a part of Optic Gaming now for, of course, Optic Texas, and we'll get to see him in a few weeks, of course. With that being said, I do also want to mention that Crimsix has joined Faze Clan. Obviously, it doesn't really matter. It's obviously just content, but still very, very interesting. From Brian Stats today, this is only the 5th time in the history of Optic where they picked up a player who hasn't previously won a pro tournament. Enable, Dashy, Envoy, Proloot were the other 4. So that's pretty interesting. I think Enable had some success with Optic. Obviously, Dashy has. Obviously, Envoy kind of did. And Proloot, not as much. But, yeah, so that'll be interesting. Again, yeah, so all of them but Proloot ended up winning not only 1, but 2 championships for the brand. So, yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways, a very interesting roster change, to say the least. There was something else. Oh, well, of course, we talked about it the other day, but, of course, Methodz did retire Sunday, I think it was, at the Boston Breach home series, of course, which we did talk about in the last video on the channel. Where is that? There we go. So, yeah, so of course, Methodz announced that he was retiring from Call of Duty, competitively at least, of course. So, I'm intrigued to see what he will now do in the future. Of course, he's going towards the content route, which he will most definitely exceed and succeed in, so that'll be interesting. So for a couple other roster changes that have already happened since the break, Major has been released from the Mutineers, so that'll be interesting. I don't know if he'll get another spot on a roster this year. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't, but I like Major, so hopefully he does. And it sounds like Seattle will be making a change tomorrow. I think Sib had posted something about a change, or maybe it was on Seattle, I don't know. Seattle's Instagram, I know I had seen it on. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, it sounds like there's going to be a roster change for them as well. So that'll be interesting. I wonder what's going to happen with them. Now with the change of Illey no longer being on Texas, will that have any effect on their roster? But yeah, Phoenix, or Phoenix, I can't remember how it's pronounced, on of the Seattle Surge coaching. I guess what are the head coach for the Seattle Surge? They will not be partaking in Rostermania during this break, but I don't think that's true. Again, it really sounded like they had an announcement for a new roster come tomorrow, so we'll see what that looks like if anything does end up happening. Vickle has been also removed from the Florida Mutineers roster. So that'll be interesting, as well as Brack has now been added to the starting lineup for the Mutineers. So I believe that means it'll be Havoc, Brack, and Dave Patty, and we're still waiting for a fourth now, I believe. So that will be interesting, since of course no longer Vickle or Major Maniac on the Mutineers. So that'll be interesting. And of course, last night, Illey was a restricted free agent. I seen that this morning when I woke up. I'm like, well, shit. I was going to make a video on that, but then, of course, Ghosty happened today. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Lots of roster changes, and looks like there will be more to come. So, let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.